Hello everyone, my name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Come Play. This is a 2020 film. It was just released in theaters last week and it is rated PG-13. It runs a little over an hour and a half and it stars, I'm going to try these names, Azzy Robertson, Gillian Jacobs, and John Gallagher Jr. The description: a monster named Larry manifests itself through smartphones and mobile devices. Feature film version of the 2017 short film. This has just over 1,000 grades on IMDb, so it is being watched. I don't know how many people have seen it in theaters, but I'm hoping you're able to get out and go see Come Play. Thank you everybody for watching this video. If you'd like any correspondence with me outside of YouTube, I do have my Facebook page. It's called Danny's Movies and Music. I do have a lot of bonus content on there, so if you'd like to check that out, that's great. I was not able to see this movie in theater. I was on vacation for a little over a week and just kind of didn't have time for this one. So when I got home and checked one of my sources that I'm able to watch movies on, it was on there yesterday, so I was able to watch it yesterday. And so that's what, like 5 days, 6 days after it's out in theaters. So that's not bad for that source. And so I was able to watch this last night, and I like it, but I think that this is a little too soon from A Quiet Place. And now we're waiting and waiting on A Quiet Place 2. And I like movies like this. I think other people will like this movie with the tenseness and the quietness and everything. But I just think it's at the wrong time. You know, maybe 3-4 years down the road after A Quiet Place 2 has come out, maybe we could, be like, oh, yeah, that's kind of like that old movie, A Quiet Place, and everything, but it's just in the wrong time, I think. So I think we're kind of immune to this feeling of, everything being quiet most of the movie and those being the jump scares, but it's a good movie. It's a good strategy of a movie to do. That's my first thing to say is that the quietness, because of the child being kind of mute because of a situation, he can only talk through his tablet or phone, and so that's why things are quiet. But yeah, I would say that the creature in here, I'm glad that they kind of jump forward and introduce him quickly and have him incorporated with the movie pretty quickly. Some movies wait and wait and wait, try and make the last half hour really scary. But this one introduces our monster pretty early in the movie, and so we get to see glimpses of him here and a hand there and a face there, and so I would say there are frequent scares, and that's a good thing. Maybe it's not the most scary stuff. There's some stuff in the previews that we saw with a a booth out in a parking lot and stuff on the screen that our young man gets to experience. We see some of those things in the previews, and so once we see them in the movie, maybe we're not so scared. So the other things that they have to bring into the movie that we haven't seen maybe weren't as quite as scary, and they kind of put their best stuff in the previews. So that was a little underwhelming, and I think the next point I'd like to make is about the acting, because honestly, that's really what kind of did this movie out for me, other than giving it one of my best grades of the year, because I really did like this movie. I liked the way they handled it. I liked the way that, it's told. I like the young men that they have in this movie. I think they all did well. It's the parents for me. I don't know where they get these people from, but I know our mother is sort of familiar, but this is the wrong movie for her. She is just talking the whole time, Most of it's nonsense. The arguments between the parents seems non-founded. The talking that they're doing once the monster's around just seems so corny. And it's like, don't do that. Oh, it's fine, honey. You'll be fine. Like, it was just the most corny conversation, the most corny dialogue I've seen in a long time. And that's really what did this movie out for me and why I had to give it a little bit lower of a grade because I just couldn't put up with it for the whole movie. And I definitely don't want to watch this again to have to listen to that mother just ramble on and just have terrible things to say. Like, there's no point in her dialogue. Towards the end of the movie, we have a really cool moment, and it's like she just says the most stupid thing, and she yells at her son in the middle of this monster being around, and it's like, what? What are you doing? Like, where's the dialogue person on that one? That's a total drop of the ball. So really kind of ruined it for me. But I am gonna give Come Play a B. I think that's a fair grade for you to know that this movie is really good and it's worth a watch. But for me, my biggest annoyance was the mother and the father of our main child, who is mute. His situation is awesome. The whole movie about him is awesome. It's the parents that do it for me. So otherwise, I think most of the movie is pretty good, scares, and well done. And I like movies like this. I think we will like movies like this. Just don't think we need to oversaturate this market. These are really good movies where it's really quiet and really tense the whole time. If we do too many of them, then we're going to get oversaturated and we'll get kind of numb to them. So still looking out for A Quiet Place 2, but for Come Play, I give a rating of B. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or my other videos, try and get something to watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy movies. Thanks.